A lot of games in a short amount of time. How are you feeling?
I'm kind of feeling good right now, especially because we winning. So we're on a nice little winning streak. So I'm just trying to keep my body as fresh as possible and just trying to keep a positive mindset about everything.
Can you kind of compare it to how you thought it was going to be? I mean, it's one thing to go through all those early practices and everything, and then to get out there playing college basketball.
Uh, I feel like you can't predict what it's going to be like. Every team is so much different. You have to play to that different style of team every night. So it's definitely been unpredictable, but I'm definitely having a lot of fun.
What did you learn from the other night, kind of having a night where you didn't have it offensively, but still being able to grab 12 rebounds for the team?
Coach always says just try to add something to the team. Is I'm not always going to be a scorer or maybe a passing, so I just try to just hop in where I could. I know we tend to get out rebounded every now and then, so I just wanted to help the bigs on the boards.
What's the focus for the team with the turnovers, especially late in the first half that you guys had? How do you kind of work on cleaning that up?
We always gotta focus more on that part. We all kind of have a fast playing style, so sometimes turnovers are gonna come. We just have to keep playing our style of play, and things will work itself out.
Who have you learned the most from out of the veteran guys? Is there anyone that's really taking you under his wing?
I learned from Shep a lot just because we were both in the backcourt, but I also learned from Peyton Banks just how to just be mentally and physically prepared every day. He gets to every practice or workout 2 hours early just to make sure that he's his best for the team. So I just try to follow his lead with a lot of things.
Are there any areas that you would point to as being kind of the biggest leap or biggest adjustment that you've had to make from high school to this, whether even academics or weight room or whatever?
Now that you said, definitely the weight room. I never touched a weight in high school, so just being on a constant lifting regimen it's kind of different for me, and also just the defensive end. I just try to make strides to every game and just try to help my teammates as much as possible.
Is it different though? Kind of following up on that, when you might be the best player on the court, 9 out of 10 nights or what have you, you can probably have those mental breaks in the middle of possession. It's not going to make a big difference, but the gap between the best player on the court and the worst player on the court is much smaller in
Right,
college. And how is dealing with that?
it's much different. It was definitely a big adjustment. High school, it might be two good players on the court at a time, so you could really just freelance on defense and then play hard on offense. So college is much different. Everybody on the other team is a threat. You have to know everybody's scouting report. So it's definitely been a big leap for me.
Is that exciting though? I mean, to have so many guys that are that good going up against you.
It's definitely exciting. That's why you come to a school like Penn State, where you're going to play on a high level and play against good competition every night. That's what most basketball players want.
Kind of going off your answer there a little bit, being able to freelance on defense, how have you changed your approach to have more discipline?
I just read every scouting report to the best of my ability, try to know what every player does, and I try to just use my length as an advantage. I know I'm not the fastest guy, so I try to just use my arm reach and use my mind on defense to help me out.
Going up against Mike in practice, he seems like an interesting dude, but how tough is it to get a shot off around him because of his quickness?
It's been very tough. Even back in high school, I just hated playing against Mike, just knowing that he's just a great shot blocker, and that always messes with the guard. So when he's not on my team in practice, I try to just get him up in the air and hopefully dish off to the big man or shoot a floater.
Does it give you any sort of confidence to know that he's there behind you in a defensive situation like that?
Ultimate confidence. If you might miss an assignment here and there, or get blown by, but Mike is behind you covering the basket, so yeah, I'm definitely give you some leeway.
Tony, you talked about how good it feels to be stringing together some wins. How important is that for a young team moving forward? Does that get your confidence blown up, per se?
It's very important. You try to stay level-headed with your confidence. Just always be confident in yourself, whether you win or lose. Things aren't always going to go your way, but like you said, just to string some wins together is great for this young team, and just know that we're going in the right direction.
Have you seen Lamar take any different approach, or how do you think he's handled kind of making the same transition that you are?
We all kind of help each other out, making every transition in life, just off the court, on the court. So we just tend to talk to each other and what we think the other guy could be doing a little better, or just if that's getting practice 40 minutes earlier and stretching our bodies properly. If that's what we got to do, we just do it.
You said you never touched a weight in high school. It seems like Lamar touched all the weights in high school.
To be honest, I don't know how his body got like that. I feel like he just woke up one day and he was just like, looked like the Hulk or somebody. Like, he definitely touched more weights than me in high school, though.
It's been the focus in practice with Mason coming up.
This is our first practice. We had off yesterday, so I'm sure Coach will talk about them today. And we just try to have the same focus every day in practice, no matter who we playing against. That's just getting better and just trying to be the best Penn State team possible by the end of the season.
Kind of particularly as a point guard, what is it like playing under Pat?
That's great. He instills the ultimate confidence in me. So he just lets me know what he wants done game in and game out, and I just try to quarterback the team as best as possible. But as far as playing under a guy like him, it's great, and especially because he was a point guard, so we kind of see some of the same things, and we're kind of always on the same page, so it's just a great playing under him.
Do you feel like he holds you to maybe a little bit higher of a standard playing that position?
Absolutely. I would definitely have to agree with that, but that's not what you want from your coach. Whatever level you plan on for him to hold you to a higher standard and kind of expect more out of you.
Have you learned any maybe new appreciation for, you talked about maybe being a little too cute earlier and just keeping hold of the ball?
He always says we're getting too cute or we're trying to be too flashy, but like he said earlier, the turnovers, I just think like they're going to come, but if we focus on the details and the small things, like Coach Pat says, we'll cut all that out.